Hello and welcome to Chapter 279 of the DC Alliance podcast. With me, as always, is Joe. Joe, how you doing today?
I'm doing good, and I realized so I was looking over our notes earlier, and I realized you just updated them as I
Yep.
was still looking over them, and I'm like, holy shit, we got a lot more notes than I
Yeah.
had a second ago. So I have not looked over all these, so I'll be interested to see what all is going on here. But
Not
that
that
said,
much. Actually, everything
no,
was in a GUA chat at one point, I'm pretty sure.
sure. But no, I'm doing good. I know we haven't been on here in a while.
Yeah.
Uh,
Since
y-
Superman.
you are in a new place because you have bought a house, sir.
Yes. We closed. We moved. We are here. I'm in the garage right now.
Yeah,
The
that's why we were not here
man
last week
shed.
because you were too busy moving everything and you were very tired.
Yeah, and it was absolute crap show. And honestly, I wouldn't have been able to do it anyway because in the process, I misplaced the connecting USB cord to my mic here.
Yeah,
So
you say you
three
found it like
days,
3 days
three
later in
days
your
later, yeah,
bag.
yep. And I think it was Wednesday morning, and I was
That
like,
was,
"Oh
that was
my
great.
god!" And yeah, so I was glad though because I started looking at Walmart and Best Buy for
Oof.
a replacement, and that was not going to be fun. So thankfully, I found it, and everything's okay. And the house, everything's going well. Joe, a lot of room in the back. Oliver's playing a lot. Dog's enjoying it.
Oh, that's
Allison
great.
is. So, yeah, it'll be fun. We'll be here for the rest of our lives. I don't want to move anymore. So
Congratulations, buddy. That's
this is
awesome. I'm
where
happy
this
for
is
you.
where. Thanks, I appreciate it. And yeah, it'll be fun. I got to get the kinks worked out with the internet. Seems like it's going okay right now, though. So
Yeah.
fingers crossed. Or I'll have to move inside.
Yeah, I will say I am in like there's a storm going on right now, so if I do lose internet, sorry. But I know the lights have already blinked on like once or twice since I've been down here.
I got your
Um,
back, aka it might go out for me too. So this
yeah,
might be a bumpy ride, but I think we'll get through it.
we got this. But no, other than that, like I've busy week. I was supposed to work tomorrow, but I'm calling in because I'm tired. Um, yeah, and I'm gonna go see Fantastic Four tomorrow, so I'm happy
I'm
for
gonna
that.
try to get out to that too tomorrow in the noon time
Yeah,
when Allison's friend comes over and Oliver's sleeping,
yeah,
because I haven't been able to either. And I was gonna be honest with you, a part of me wanted to watch Superman a second time in the theater, but I want to see Fantastic Four after everything that I've
yeah.
heard about it.
Well, plus, I mean, I would like to, I know we both like to go see that before we do the Geekverse
Yes.
episode tomorrow,
Yeah, we're gonna have a crossover like old times where the Geekverse and GUA we're celebrating anniversaries. I can't believe it's been this long.
right?
So
I
I
know.
think Geekverse is celebrating 10 years,
Yeah, I believe so.
and
We're
we're
doing like
celebrating
5.
5. Yeah,
Yeah.
which is well, I'll never forget being on the first call for the GUA in the parking lot of a grocery store.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I took it. Time zones be damned, of course. And then COVID hit, like I want to say, just a few months after we launched, or a month after we launched, or something like that.
Nice.
It was terrible, but uh, I like to say that yeah, I couldn't. I'm shocked how good it's become. So yeah, I can't believe we're on 279 episodes. Just
Yeah.
crazy. And I don't even want to count Animation Nation if you count superhero discussions in with that.
I mean, I would. It's all the same show. But
Done quite a
yeah,
few. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. I know Snell will be there. You and I will be there.
I'll be there.
Chris will be there. I'm not sure.
I'll be
I
coming in
think
late.
Katie will be there for a little bit.
I've got a. In theory, I might be late. I'm doing an interview for a walk through the multiverse
Oh, okay.
at like 8. I know we're going on at 9 Eastern, so I might be late. I'm not sure how long the interview will run, but I'll be on as soon as that's done.
That works
So
for me because we start 10:30 my time. So uh, by the time we get towards this latter half, I get a little tired. So it works out quite well where I can sub out too. So
there you go.
hey Iggy, how's it going?
Hey,
Uh,
what's up, Iggy?
we also live in a post Superman world, Joe. So I'm excited to talk about
Yes, we have a
all
lot
of
of
the good stuff.
Superman stuff to talk about.
A lot of DCU stuff. James Gunn has been attacking. So Before we do that, let me get the network plugs out of the way. So we are part of the Geek Ultimate Alliance with 6 shows in total. On Mondays, bi-weekly is Ranger Alliance. On Tuesdays is a Walk Through the Multiverse. On Wednesdays is the Animation Nation. On Thursdays is Star Wars Alliance. On Fridays is Marvel Alliance. And on Saturdays is DC Alliance. Star Wars Alliance goes live on the Geekverse YouTube channel Wednesdays at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Marvel Alliance goes live Thursdays at 10 p.m. Eastern Time normally, but they are going live tonight at the same time, 10 p.m. Eastern Time, to review Fantastic Four. And we go live Fridays at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. All 3 of those shows also have their own podcast feeds. Search DC Alliance, Marvel Alliance, and Star Wars Alliance. If you just want DC content, Marvel content, or Star Wars content only, if you want all 6 shows on GUA Podcast Network, stay subscribed to GUA on your podcast app of choice. We also have a Patreon, 2 tiers, $1 tier and a $5 tier. The $1 tier makes a tip jar, like we're doing. You want to help us out any way you can. And the $5 tier is where you get your extras. You get your ad-free episodes, early access episodes, and Patreon exclusive episodes. Myself and Joe are going through all the DC films through the years. We put up 2 entries pretty close to one another. July's has already been posted. It is Man of Steel, so please check that out. And we're doing Red next.
Red is next. Yeah.
Red is next.
Yeah.
So yeah, looking forward to that, and just to keep
Yeah, I
going
haven't seen
through
that movie in forever.
It has. I think I might have seen clips of it, not the full thing. So again, we're going through all the DC films. We have the Marvel Alliance guys, Chris and David, doing their Baxter broadcasts, looking over their favorite, looking over all the Fantastic Four films. And we have their 2. They have 2 stuff up on the back live for the patrons as well. And we have Joe's Multiverse Minutes, where he's doing his Disney deep dives on the 1st and the 15th of every month. Joe is going to review a Disney film, not just review it, but give you fun behind the scenes facts, tidbits, all that sort of thing. So we thank everyone that's a patron. If you're not a patron, if you take a quick 30, 60 seconds, rate and review the podcast on your podcast app of choice. It's always greatly appreciated. It helps other people find the shows, and that's always a good thing. I'm going to be honest. I thought I was going to forget that. It's been like 2 weeks of me not doing that.
You've been, 2 weeks of you, like I said, moving and organizing,
but got through it, and yeah, that'll be embedded in my brain. That's probably one of the last things I'll remember before I can leave here is that might run through my head. Joe, Superman is out.
Superman is out.
Yes.
Let's get into these numbers, because
yes.
they've been good.
Yes, they've been really good. Well, domestically, they have been superb.
Yes, and Iggy, we'll get into your question. He asked, how much do you think James Gunn's Superman movie end run will be? Let's go over the numbers, and then we'll both give an idea. I mean, we both have said what we think, but let's get into the numbers, and we'll kind of have a better estimate of what it might be.
Yeah, and we'll go into just the Luis Fernando tweet, the most recent one, not the one that's on the notes right now, because obviously that was last week when I was doing notes for that. So he has Superman feels the Fantastic Four's presence and the loss of IMAX theaters at U.S. box office, but still pulls a super 4.8 million on number 6 biggest second Thursday in DC history, and in harsh 56.7% drop from last Thursday. Number 3 biggest second Thursday of 2025, only under Sinners and Lilo and Stitch. Biggest second Thursday for any feature film featuring Superman's beating Man of Steel is 3.9. Superman hits 264.6 cumulative in the U.S. will beat Man of Steel's 291 run on Sunday, when it could also hit 300 million. And yeah, so eyeing 370 to 405 run in the U.S. But the U.S. isn't the only tail of the tape here, and it's not doing as good internationally, Joe. So China, it did not do well at all. Let me just see Box Office Mojo's China update. Mojo Superman 2025, because that'll have the other places and it'll have the international. Yeah, not doing great internationally, but so it's 264 domestic, 173 international, and this is open to a worldwide release. So,
okay.
Right now in the UK is pretty good, 21 million. And France and Italy and Germany and Spain are leading, like picking up the slack and behind. But in Asia, Japan and South Korea are all right, but China is not even registering in the top 6 of that. So that was one they were hoping to, like Jurassic Park, for example, did big numbers in China and really helped out. So I'm curious to see where this will end up. Like Iggy asked, I'm not sure, to be honest with you. Right now, it's at 437 worldwide, and it all depends on how it comes out of this weekend after, like, what it makes from Fantastic Four, and then we'll see how it goes in the world after that. That will basically tell the tale of how high it gets up. It's going to hit 500, obviously, easily. I think 600 is definitely a number it will get to as well.
600 is very doable. Like we said before, 700 is, I think, the sweet spot.
Yeah,
Um,
I call
I
that a
think,
success, box office
yeah,
success for
100%.
Superman.
I still think it could hit 750. He could even get 8, but this weekend is definitely going to be the deciding factor.
Mhm.
Fantastic Four, like we speculated, definitely took a lot of that, profits away from it. We'll see what next weekend brings. If it has a big drop next weekend, then that 800 and 750 is gonna be a problem.
Yeah, and again, it all depends on how it keeps going with the legs. It did quite well in its second week, of course, but
Yeah,
now
word of mouth really helped it. But
we're into the Fantastic Four time, and it's getting a good review. So
yeah,
I
yes,
wonder if that Marvel machine will really get into full gear here, or can Superman claw back some of that money in Fantastic Four second week?
but at the same time, if Fantastic Four is doing good and Superman's doing good, people can go see both. Like
Both, yes, that would be.
it's
People could, but the theaters are quite expensive too. It all depends on what you want to go see. If you want to
it.
see
I mean,
IMAX, if you want to see regular, yes, you definitely can do it. But
yeah,
like
and
two IMAX tickets are almost $50 here for two.
sure. But then people like me or like Brent who've got the
The
movie
pass,
passes,
yeah.
or Katie. I know Katie does too. She's got the Regal pass. Um, you have those. You pay by the month, and then you can go see a movie for a lot cheaper.
Oh, for sure.
Um,
And again,
so
that's
that does
definitely the
help
way to
out a
go.
lot. Now I know that like with IMAX, it is a little bit of an upcharge, but because you're paying like a set amount a month, and then to pay to go see an IMAX, you do have to have that up fee. But I mean
Still a
that
lot cheaper. Still a lot
it's
cheaper.
still a hell of a lot cheaper.
And again, Superman, we're hoping it makes a lot of money. We're not rooting against it by any means.
No, not at
And
all.
there's a David Zaslav, for one, is happy uh, about how Superman is performing. He was quoted as saying, "3 years ago, I hired James Gunn and Peter Safran to reimagine and unify the creative direction of DC under one leadership team by breathing new life and excitement to one of the most franchises in the world." So as I've said, Superman's opening weekend, James and Peter's commitment to honoring the legacy of DC while forging something new and enthralling is inspired. Uh, I was hoping he'd say something about the actual money that it made, but this weekend we watched Superman soar as James Gunn's passion and vision came to life on the big screen. Superman is just the first step. Over the next year alone, DC Studios will introduce this film Supergirl and Clayface in theaters, and the series Lantern on HBO Max, all part of a bold 10-year plan. The DC vision is clear and the momentum is real, and I couldn't be more excited for what's ahead.
What? So backtrack real quick. He said over the next year, we're gonna see
Yeah,
Supergirl and Clayface.
yeah, I could see that happening. I could see Clayface being quick turnover because it's really practical effects. Like it'll be really practical effects driven and not much in the CGI.
But we're gonna see Clayface before Supergirl then?
No, Supergirl's coming out next year.
That's well, yes, but what I'm saying is Supergirl's supposed to be next, correct?
Yeah, I don't think he said that Clayface was coming before it.
No, but he said within the next year. If Supergirl's coming out in June,
Clayface could come out by the end of the year.
end of
End of
July.
I can't remember when Supergirl. Hold
I'm
on.
just look. I'm just saying if he's saying in a year, or
In the
if
year.
he's
In the
okay,
year.
he's referring the year in general. Okay,
Yeah, the
okay.
calendar year. Yeah.
Look, I'm taking everything literal. Just
June 26th. So you weren't far off of
for
Supergirl.
Supergirl. Okay.
Yeah. So it could come out
Ooh,
in before the end of the year. That
nice
would
little
be
birthday movie for me. Great.
it's nice to see him championing this and like giving it the props
Yeah,
it deserves. The stock has jumped up a couple dollars
that's
since
good.
in the Superman world. So
Nah, I should have
now
gotten DC stock. Dang it.
uh, it was geez, what was the low? Yeah, it's been up around $13, which is nice because it was down to 7. So
I really should have gotten DC stock.
I wonder because again, I do think he's setting all this up to sell with the Harry Potter franchise as well. I wonder how this goes. I'm very interested to see. Like, I watched a podcast talking all about WBD's earnings and stuff a couple weeks ago, and that stuff interests me. So I'm curious to see how it goes. But like we said, good step in the right direction. It's nice to see Zaslav saying good stuff about Superman and James Gunn and DC Universe, but we want to keep going. We don't want people cutting the legs from under this universe as well.
Oh yeah, and like you said, we got Supergirl, Clayface, obviously, Lanterns. He talked about that. We got Peacemaker next month. Like and pretty sure we got Creature Commandos sometime within the next calendar year. So like,
I don't know if that's fully written yet, but when I think that's the same thing. When it's written, it'll get animated. That might be 2 years from now.
Oh, it might be 27. Okay.
Yeah. It just depends on how quick they can get the animation. They already have the basic like what they use. Like,
correct. So that could be easy. So
it should be. Oh, it'll be easier than like the first season because you got to reimagine. You don't have to reimagine. Like, you don't have to imagine these characters from scratch. You already have what you.
Yeah, all you got to do is just have the actors come in and do voice record. So I mean, we've got a great field of different things, different projects for this universe already, which is really great. Really wonderful.
We'll get into some details about those, Joe, after the ad break. Listeners, we're an ad-supported network.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
That's perfect.
Sorry, I couldn't help myself.
3, 2, and we're back. Okay, Joe. Before we get into the news, I just wanted to say too, because the last 2 weeks have been. I just want to put my face through my screen sometimes when I'm scrolling through Twitter, and the Man of Steel and Superman comparisons and the disingenuousness of the discussions and the pitting it against each other. And
I remember I saw this one picture. This one guy apparently was in Snell's screening, just complaining the entire time.
Just saying these whole things. But if you want a good breakdown of all the numbers for week 1, go listen to watch Squadcast Media and listen to Scott break it all down, because he does it quick and painless, and it's really beneficial if you don't really understand the numbers. So I want to give a little plug there to him, because also he did not do it tribalistic at all. It was very like, this is the numbers here, this is the numbers here, this is with inflation, this is without inflation. So
good for him.
Go watch that. And because we're not going to compare, other than we want to see Superman 2025 get past Man of Steel's box office so that people will say it's a success.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yes, we just want it to be a success. We want this universe to succeed. We want these movies to be released. We want the story to be told. Continue. Yeah.
I want the story to be told. And this Superman wasn't my favorite Superman film, but again, I enjoyed it enough that I want to see this universe continue. I can't wait to see what we get going forward, Joe. And James Gunn's talking a lot lately, so we'll get into this. And he released today the Hall of Justice, the mural.
Yeah.
And we got a lot of breakdown. A lot of people have been picked out. The best one I've seen so far is from left to right, anyway. Madame Xanadu, Silent Knight, Black Pirate, Miss Liberty, Super Chief, El Diablo, Sandman, Amazing Man, Zatara, Liberty Bell, Bullet Man, Bullet Girl, TNT and Dan the Dynamite, Phantom Girl, Atomic Knight, Freedom Beast, Wildcat, and Vibe.
All right, so there are a couple other ones there, which we say.
I don't know who's holding the nuclear atom in his hand, not nuclear, but the atom in his hand.
I mean, could be Dr. Fate, could be the Atom, who knows? But the guy in between those two, between Vibe and that guy, that is a character named Gunfire. I recognize him because he was a character that came about during the 1992 annual storylines called Bloodlines, where these alien creatures came and sucked all these people, like their blood out of them because they were feeding. And by doing that, they basically created new metahumans, and he was one of them. His a first appearance was the Deathstroke annual number 2, and his power basically he was able to. I don't want to say like Gambit's light, but he was basically able to fire off kinetic energy out of things, and he mainly used weapons. He became like a bounty hunter, freelance bounty hunter of sorts, and yeah, he is kind of a fun little character. Him, and like a handful of other characters, a handful of ones that had their own little miniseries back in the 90s. They formed a group called the New Bloods, I believe is what they're or Blood Pack was what they're called. Didn't last long. I think they had a brief appearance during the Infinite Crisis, and they all quote unquote died off. But the fact that they showed him here is, one, awesome. Two, just goes to show that James Gunn literally will pull anybody from no name character from anywhere.
Oh yeah,
but that's
I think
100%
Peacemaker
Gunfire.
showed us that. You know, I've been while you were talking about Gunfire a little bit, I was looking in on our character that I don't think is Dr. Fate. You know who I think that is?
Who do you think of this?
Maxwell Lord.
You think so?
It looks an awful lot like him there. This is his headquarters. The mural, like
right behind him.
he got it put in place, and this is the last person in the mural. If you look at the big picture of the mural, the last person in the mural,
okay,
is Maxwell. The character I think is Maxwell Lord.
You know what? Okay, that's possible.
Because everybody else got something about them, and he just looks like a regular human, just holding the power of an atom, which my first thought would have been Adam, but
he has an atomic atom.
That's what I mean. But that could just be
Atomic
for
Knight.
him being super smart.
Maybe.
Because I would assume Atomic Knight would be wearing his costume.
Quite possible.
So, but I could be wrong. I'm curious to see. That would be pretty. I think there might be a nefarious method, like nefarious purpose to Maxwell Lord too. That we'll see.
I don't know. Like I know. Gunn had said that this Maxwell Lord is very Justice League International Maxwell Lord, like when the first Justice Leagues in the 80s comics started, which that Maxwell Lord was very goofy like, and not Maxwell Lord in the 2000s when he became head of Checkmate and basically a villain.
Yeah, Wonder Woman had to break his neck.
Exactly. So I want to lean toward he's gonna stay the goofy whatever type, because we're gonna see that in Peacemaker. We're gonna see the little bit of a goofy side there. So,
and again, I wonder what else we're going to see in Peacemaker, and we'll get into that. But
I mean, honestly, Gunfire would be perfect to show up in Peacemaker. So, and Gunfire is more of a current style. Like he would be a character that would be more modern style, whereas some of the other ones, like Madame Xanadu or Wonder Woman, or even like Liberty Bell, or even the Bullet Man and Bullet Girl, would be more older, like original JSA. So I don't know. Who's to say that or the Justice Gang, whatever you want to call them, who's to say that these characters, that Maxwell Lord hadn't had multiple teams over the years,
Yeah, and again, I would be interested to see what way to go. You could go both ways with him, Joe. You could have him like that first and then change him towards the end of the 10-year plan.
You could, and I mean, because that's kind of what happened. I mean, that's comics for you. That's what they do in comics all the time. They change characters, they change origins. That's how you keep characters relevant. But I don't know.
And again, there's many articles on Superman. I was perusing the one there, and it's not a whole lot there. Honestly, just talking a little bit about the stock jumping, like I said, it went up from $11 to $12 after one day. It's up to $13 now. And apparently some of the people are giving credit to Superman. but they're just still hesitant with Fantastic Four coming in, and they're hoping, and they're also talking about the Trump outrage of it all with the MAGA people. So I don't think that is hurting the film at all.
They can go. They should go watch South Park.
Yeah, that would be really fun time, I'm sure. Oh, Joe. So yeah, Superman. Hopefully, it like continues to do well in the theaters. But we have better news right now, and it is that Anna Nogueira is writing a Wonder Woman film for DC Studios, and James Gunn did confirm this.
Okay.
He commented on the post and said, "Okay, this one is true." She it's been rumored that she has already submitted her her Teen Titans film script, so we'll see how that goes. And we were told from Variety, Warner Brothers has sequel options on Cornswet and Brosnahan. A sequel announcement does not appear to be imminent. Instead, sources say the studio is fast tracking a Wonder Woman movie, and the studio is thrilled with Matt Reeves' just submitted screenplay draft for the sequel to The Batman.
Yay, Batman!
And yeah, I'd love to see another Wonder Woman, another take on it. I'd be very interested to see how they go with it. Will it be more in line with what we've seen before? Will it be a different choice in the comics? Like, what kind of person will they have play her? I can't wait. This is all new stuff. So
yeah.
And there was a big article about Clayface, Joe. What we know about DC Studios Clayface so far, and this one has me excited, especially after Creature Commandos. Clayface was originally conceived by Mike Flanagan, who spoke epically about the Feet of Clay two-parter in Batman the Animated Series, and that's what he based it on. Following a lengthy casting process, a short line of actors were assembled, screen test for the role of Matt Hagen, and Rhys Harries, who I don't know from anything, was cast. And like I said, Feet of Clay was the inspiration. Sources tell Nexus Point News that Hagen is a handsome, up-and-coming actor who's attacked and disfigured. Originally from Gotham, he moves to Hollywood to escape his troubled past, begins a career as an actor. With his disfigurement, his career and outlet as an actor is ruined and is eventually transformed into a shape-shifting monster. And yeah, there's no nothing else here, just basically saying that he's going to play Carlo. A combination of the two characters that we've seen, Hagen and Carlo. But yeah, I am super excited. And yeah, Hagen's love interest and co-star in the film is scientist Dr. Caitlin Bates, an original character created for the film. Bates is the CEO of a biotech startup seeking to create cutting-edge medicine and medical technology. Bates sees Hagen as a way to grow her company and cure his condition. Throughout the process, she falls in love with him, while her fiancé, John, grows suspicious of their relationship. John is a detective and committed to Caitlin and his job. The antagonist of the film is set to be a crime boss who, like Caitlin and John, is another original character. At the moment, the film is not set to feature any recognizable DC characters and will primarily consist of original characters in this character-driven horror film. Clayface is set to release on September 11th, 2026.
Okay.
So I like that. I like it's just basically unique. It's its own thing, and I might not enjoy it, but I'm glad that it'll exist and that Clayface could come into the DCU.
I always love a good horror film, so
I'm not a big horror fan. So
I love horror, man.
This will be an interesting one.
Weapons is coming out in a couple weeks, and I'm looking forward to that.
This will be an interesting one to review for me when we do get to it. So moving on. Actually, Joe, before we go any further into the news, let's take another ad break. Listeners for an ad support network. We don't pick the ads or volume. Maybe a quick 3 count to adjust your volume, and we'll be right back in 3, 2, 1. I did miss the Joe music to play us out. But
Sorry.
we'll move on. We'll move on. I should have recorded. I should have recorded that. So Naomi Aki is also the person in talks to join Clayface as a female lead. Nothing has been confirmed yet, but that is the number one. So Joe, after Superman and the post-credit scene, we got a poster for the first official look for Supergirl, and it's not look up, it's look out with up spray painted over. What do you think about this and the hilarious outrage?
Yeah, I thought it was kind of fun.
I loved it, and I love
Yeah.
the blue slushy, and I'm here for this film. I can't wait to see like this comic come to life. And yeah, Jason Momoa's Lobo. That is another super awesome thing about this. Uh, Lanterns had a wrap party, which means it is a done filming.
Excuse me. You said that wrong. Anterns had a rap party.
Anterns, that's true, because I did
Yeah.
not copy the L. So Anterns had a rap party, and so did Lanterns. Aaron Pierre
I'm
and Kyle
sorry.
Chandler. No, I fixed that happened twice. I fixed the other one that before I gave out the notes the first time. So
I love it.
Aaron Pierre and Kyle Chandler were there, and the crew had nothing but great things, obviously, about them.
I'm looking forward to that show, man. That show's gonna be great.
That's the thing I'm looking forward to most so far. What we got coming is Lanterns, especially it's a HBO show. So
Yeah.
the last HBO DC show was incredible.
Mm-hmm.
So, so the Superman Steelbook, Joe, is going to be released. It already sold out. I want to say on Amazon, the pre-release or something,
Nice.
or Walmart, one of the two.
I'll tell you where not to go is Walmart. Ask Scott about that one.
Oh, I don't even want to know.
He pre-ordered. Oh, what was it? Pre-ordered a movie that just came out, and apparently, he got. He was supposed to get it. He apparently was on the phone with that. He didn't get it in the mail. Was on the phone with them about it, and he said that he didn't get it, and then they just hung up on him.
Oh, gee, that's terrible.
Yeah. So he's
This
like,
one here is a limited edition 4K Ultra Steelbook, and it kind of looks like the Fortress of Solitude on the front, and you open it up. So I think I'm going to add that to my collection of DC films in physical media, Joe.
I did all of the old DCU, the last DCU, EU, I guess I should say, in Steelbook, only because, I'm like, the Man of Steel one and DCU or BVS was like, oh, this is awesome, because I got them at Walmart at one point in time. So I'm like, oh, I got to get the rest of them. Thankfully, there's only like 10 movies. And now I'm like, I don't think I need to get Steelbooks for all of the other movies now. I think I'm good.
Yeah,
One, they get expensive, which I know, I get it. It's fine.
Might have to get Superman. I might have to get Superman and add to my shelf.
See,
Especially this one looks super. This one looks super cool. This one looks super cool. So
yeah, and then then Supergirl comes out. It's like, oh man, Supergirl looks pretty cool. I gotta get that.
We'll see. We'll see. Maybe I'll keep going. A funny thing here, Joe. James Gunn basically talks about Peacemaker being very integral to the story. I just want to wait till it gets there. He's basically saying this is not crypto story. When someone asked, he said you'll watch in Peacemaker and you'll get an idea. He said it wouldn't be anyone expected. And if it's Peacemaker, that'll be hilarious to me. People will riot.
No, I think this dropped what?
And he said it's not what anyone thinks. It's not at all.
I think David put in the chat. It was I think he said it was Vigilante.
Yeah, everybody posted them. Yeah, that was pretty funny.
I think I put White Dragon.
Yeah, yeah. Let's not have him be the guy, please. I really it just gets me more excited for Peacemaker, which will be out in a month. So
yeah,
we got a new trailer, Joe, for another animated DC film, Batman. Aztec Batman Clash of the Empires. I will give the animation super credit here. I think it looks fantastic.
Okay.
I'm not sure if there's been another one or not. This doesn't release until September 19th on digital.
Digital, not
it doesn't say if it's releasing in physical or not.
Of course not. Punks.
So yeah, this is just your standard showing. It's a pretty detailed trailer. and yeah, I'm assuming his father gets taken out. I haven't read that. I think there's a comic that this is based on.
I, if there is, I haven't heard of it, but doesn't mean there's not.
Holy crap! Yeah, it does. It looks like it's fantastically animated. You see him here,
Okay.
like running after his father was killed, and that's obviously what's going to make him Aztec Batman. Uh, this
Aztec Batman.
Crucible. Yeah, he's here training with somebody now, and oh, he gets the bats too. So, yeah, just a different version of Batman. And I will check this out. I have not seen anything about this, but there seems to be a poison ivy in this as well. So I'll
Ooh.
see how this turns out, and I will
Yeah,
keep.
maybe I'll watch the trailer later.
So yeah, and the one that looks like, it has, like Joker and Two Face in there as well as characters from that world. So uh, I'll
Okay.
check it out when it gets there. HBO Max is progressing on with its Booster Gold TV series and has attached Our Flag Means Death creator David Jenkins to write pilot. If taken to series, we understand the plan is for Jenkins to showrun.
Ooh. Our
And
Flag Means Death was a really great show. I never did finish it, but was a really great show.
and I'm super excited for Booster Gold because ever
Yeah.
since, like, even just hearing Gunn talk about him, I wonder who they would have for him as well. Uh, I know Gunn likes Booster Gold, so
I mean,
uh,
Booster Gold's a great character.
mhm.
And if done right, can be both um a goofball and an integral part to the story
Yeah,
if done right.
and yeah, just not joke.
Okay.
So another, like I said, the draft for Teen Titans has been turned in by Anna Nagara. This is via the Insider though, and he hasn't gotten much right on uh, DC side. We do have a new show announcement, potential new show, which is sources tell DCU leaks that a Jimmy Olsen series is in fact in development at DC Studios and is a project that we've been fast tracking for some time. It's set to be a crime anthology series focused on different DC villains, hosted by hosted by Jimmy Olsen. And
That'd be interesting.
I would be for that. I think it would be a unique show.
Yeah.
Uh, and Apocalyptic Horseman, who has not been wrong on DC stuff, said, can confirm the article I was planning on writing, but yes, the first installment of Jimmy Olsen's crime anthology will be on Grodd.
Okay.
And Grodd previously cameoed in a Vision in Creature Commandos episode 4.
Was that the one? It's a Vision. Is that the one that with Waller seeing the future?
Yeah, of her,
Okay.
of what's her name, killing everybody, the princess.
Okay.
So DC Comics has also filed trademark applications for Mr. Terrific, Mr. Miracle, and a bevy of other things across multiple categories, actually, across motion pictures, entertainment services, comic book.
Interesting.
So, uh, again, Mr. Miracle, we're getting an animated series that was announced. I hope that we do get something from Mr. Terrific because he was a standout character from the.
I mean, it was rumored that Mr. Terrific was also, along with Jimmy Olsen, Mr. Terrific was getting his own show as well. If that's the case, like he deserves it. One,
Yeah,
because the actor Eddie, I'm not even gonna attempt the last name because I'm
got
gonna butcher it.
screwed in the X-Men series.
He got completely screwed with the X-Men Origins movie, his character over there. So I love that he got the retribution over here and he's getting his just dues. And he stole the show. Like you
Yeah,
said it. We
he
both
was
said it.
fantastic.
He was great. So the fact that he's able to maybe even be able to be a lead on a possible miniseries,
Which
like
means
that's
that, and you
amazing,
know what else means he'll show up. He'll probably be a character in the Justice League that
right? Like
forms, all that kind of stuff.
this mean like his I don't want to say star power, but his ability for what he did in Superman automatically skyrockets him to being in other DC projects
It's
immediately.
very
His
Penguin-esque,
popularity,
though.
just like
It's very Penguin-esque from the Batman. Penguin was only in a limited amount of
yes,
time, and he was awesome. A lot of people said he stole the show for the villain
yeah.
side, and
And
he
Mr.
had his own
Terrific was in
series
a
as it.
lot more in this movie, and
Oh yeah,
he was so great.
he was great. But he was in a lot more. But you still went out of the theater being like, "Man, I'd like to
You
see
understand?
more with that character."
Yeah, you understood exactly where he was coming from.
Yeah, and you were also like, "I want to see more. Like this is a
Yeah.
guy that I would like to see more in this world." So hopefully that actually comes to pass. We have another thing here that I will be checking out and talking about in the coming weeks. Maybe this will replace our Smallville retro recap uh, that we'll watch these that James Gunn talks about, which is Peacemaker is going to have a podcast and James Gunn is going to be on it all the time. Basically going over the Peacemaker episodes and talking about what is canon, what is not canon. And yeah, I think he'll be doing the same thing for season 2. Maybe I'm not 100% sure.
Oh,
But
so this is just basically similar to so like I know Last of Us does this. There's other shows on HBO that do this.
yeah,
Okay.
I think this is being done by James Gunn partly to clarify any canon issues because they are going over the first season first.
Oh, interesting.
So he's already said the Aquaman joke was not canon, and everything else was from episode 1. So on the first episode, that's just what I saw in the tweet. So I might have that reversed too, the Aquaman thing. But yeah, I think he wants to talk about the pocket universe that he has there as well. I think that is a big thing that he wants to talk more about.
I mean, that's gonna be definitely a big thing.
Yeah,
Especially if the thing that was shared in our group chat, I think you shared it, is anything to go by. That could be a big thing in the very first episode.
yeah. So again, I am super excited. And last but not least, Joe, maybe Superman in Peacemaker season 2 because Daniel Brooks released a picture. So proud of you, David Cornsweet, when he's wearing the Peacemaker outfit, and that was on July 26th of 2024.
What?
On the thing there. And when did Superman wrap filming? I didn't look that part up because I didn't notice the date on there.
What?
July 31st.
Oh, snap. Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert that Superman's in Peacemaker.
Yeah, that's why I wonder if he is, because again, Bob, you have her there. She's not in Superman at all. So,
but at the same time, like if you're trying to say that Peacemaker season 2 is gonna be in this new universe, there's no better way to do that than have your new universe characters, Superman, Rick Flag,
oh yeah,
Senior,
yeah.
like have these people. Hell, I would not be surprised if Terrific. I mean, you already know we've got Guy Gardner and Hawkgirl and
Maxwell Lord,
Lord,
the other three
like,
to make that up. So
yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if we see.
Also, wouldn't be surprised if
Rex.
Mr. Christix is off the team at that point, because he wasn't too. They two of them didn't go help when they should have too. It was only after that they showed up.
Well,
and he was the only one that wanted to help. So, and Kevin Davis says if Warner Brothers moves Supergirl away from Toy Story 5 and Minions, Moana live action, this film has a chance to make money at the box office. I agree, Kevin, but also let's not accuse Warner Brothers of being smart at where they drop their films to be released.
There's that.
This Superman film is coming, like Fantastic Four is coming to chop the legs, and we had Jurassic Worlds before. So
yeah, and while all three of those movies are all family movies, Supergirl would be that one outlier where it's like, all right, these are all family ones. Let's go see the actual adult movie. Mm-hmm. You know, but don't get me wrong. Like I would like to see Toy Story and Moana. I never really like me. I do like Minions. Don't get me wrong, but like I've only ever seen the first Minions movie.
I don't think I've seen any. So I've seen like little clips of them.
Yeah,
Minions thing. So,
which is I
wonder if my kid will get into that. But yeah, I hope for one that Superman does show up. Like I said, I love the universe tied together, and I'll be very interested to see how they do this when we saw 2 Peacemakers. I just can't wait for Peacemaker to start in a month, Joe.
I definitely think that first episode is going to be a big one.
I wonder will we get
The
2
first episode is
or
going to
1?
explain everything.
I wonder will we get 2 or 1? I'd say 2 just
well,
because you got to do a lot of what you're saying.
Considering that they also announced, I think today, that the episodes are going to be dropping at 9 p.m. Eastern Thursday nights instead of 3 a.m. Eastern like they did last time.
Which is nice for us.
Well, 3 a.m. was definitely nice for us. We got able to watch it more. I could see them only doing one episode at a time.
I'll be interested to see how they do that. I think they only did 1 episode at a time for the last.
They did.
Season, so
yeah,
I think Gunn likes that. So we'll probably stick that way. But we're excited for this, and hopefully Superman makes more money this coming weekend in the box office and isn't really destroyed by Fantastic Four.
Yeah. Considering both of us are going to go see Fantastic Four.
Yeah,
it's fine. Hey, look, we got to support our comic book movies, you know.
Yes, and support Marvel Alliance because they'll be on in an hour talking about Fantastic Four, as both of the boys have seen the film. I'll be checking that recording out tomorrow after I see Fantastic Four. But please, if you have seen it, give the boys a watch in an hour at this same channel. Joe, that wraps up our night of all the news we had. I'll see you back here next week for more DC goodness.
Yes, sir.
See you, everyone.
Bye, y'all.